I was always obsessed with the number 10, and things changed drastically this year, 2021. So around my 10th year of rapping, I was feeling kind of like they keep calling me the underdog or the up and comer or the rookie. I was like, this is bullshit. I've been rapping fucking 9 years. How am I the underdog? How am I the rookie? How am I the new guy? Like, I've been around here. That's what my scene was doing in a sense. And I said, you know what? Fuck that shit. If you don't want to give me the crown, I'm going to give myself the crown. I'm King Grimy, and I made an album called King Grimy, produced by Obscure. And that was just a statement. After that, they started calling me King Grimy for a year. They started using words like legend, and they stopped all that shit that was going on. But I still didn't feel like I was where I wanted to be. I feel like I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I was like, damn, this is kind of weird. I've been obsessing over this 10th year for so long, and I finally got here, and it feels off. So February 2021, I dropped Silvertooth Babies, and I made a song with Planet Asia, who was on the first show I ever went to with KRS-One. And I made a song with Fast Sean, which is another local hero that's international as well on there. And pretty much all my favorite legends on that album. But here's the crazy part. When KRS-One gave me that book, The Gospel of Hip Hop, he has like a chapter where it's daily lessons, every day of the week, every day, every month, every day. And he circled the lesson of the day that he met me, and it was February 2011. And I dropped my album February 2021. So exactly 10 years apart. Now I got Planet Asia, the guy. I went to this show 10 years ago. The guy I seen on stage. Fast forward 10 years later, he's on my album. I was like, 13 years didn't make sense because I was practicing for 3 years. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. And it all clicked. Oh, 10,000 hours. You know what I mean? The 10,000 hours, it ain't, you ain't clocked in until you step on the scene and you shake the hands and you step on the stage and you support your community. You know what I mean? If you could rap in your closet or in your backyard for 100 years, but that shit don't mean shit. Once you step on the scene is when it's real. And I did that 10 years ago. And I was like, okay. All right, it makes sense. So yeah, I'm real optimistic. There's a lot of good things going on behind the scenes, a lot of positive things, and I feel like the future could be bright, you know what I mean? And I'm just going hard, you know. I gave myself, I guess here's another manifestation. I gave myself, I'm a rap no matter what, regardless. No matter how successful or unsuccessful I am, but I gave myself a 5-year plan starting 2020 to succeed in this shit and make it real. And if it don't happen in 5 years, then I'll just rap here and there. But I guess that's my next manifestation, is I'm gonna succeed within that window from 2020 to 2025. Somewhere in that window, I truly believe that all this shit is gonna fall in place and all make sense and skyrocket and explode. But yeah, that's pretty much my scene, you know. Like, I was just a kid that loved hip hop. I couldn't wait to get on the stage. I had to do those battles, you know what I mean, because I couldn't get in the venue. And you know, been an underdog for so many years, you know, been slept on for so many years, and I guess it's just been an uphill battle, you know what I mean? It's been an uphill battle in a sense. And I need to tell you guys about how I made my first songs, because it's crazy. So my first ever records, like I said, like, I grew up in Fresno. We didn't have much, you know what I mean? We were poor. Our whole family, we live off government assistance, you know what I mean? Pops wasn't no drug dealer, fucking, you know, we were just living off government assistance. And if you know how that is, you know it ain't much. And you know 1,000 people got to live in the same house and do all kinds of tricks and stuff to make it work, you know? But that's how we grew up, so we didn't really have much. And I really wanted to rap. at 13, but I couldn't afford no mic or no studio or no sound booth or any of that. So I was like, how could I do this on a cheap level, you know? And I had an OG homie, and he would make tapes back in his time, you know, like he would record on cassette tapes with like a boombox that had like a mic plug-in. And I was like, oh, okay. No, he did it on a karaoke machine. He would do it on a karaoke machine with tapes. Sorry about that. And I was like, okay, I need to get a karaoke machine. That's a cheap way to make music. So I actually bought a karaoke machine, but I'm younger. So this karaoke machine, it took an SD card. And when I would have to press play on an instrumental CD, and I'd have to record with a performance mic, all one take, beginning to end, no punching, no dub, just like I'm performing it live. And I'll do that. I'll mess up 100 times. I could rap the whole song. If I mess up the last word or the last bar, I gotta start the whole thing over. And that's how I made all of my first songs. You know, I made maybe 60, 70 songs like that. They're not online. They don't exist online, but I made like 60, 70 songs like that. And shit, that helped me a lot with my memorization. It helped me with my breath control. It helped me learn how to hold the mic right. It helped me with my projection. And I'm happy that I grew up without punching in, or without filters on my voice, or without Pro Tools, or whatever it was. That was truly a blessing. You know, that made me a real MC in the rawest form. That's why when I step on stage, I get busy for real, because I didn't really start off in the studio, you know what I mean? I started off on this thing where you got to do it for real. Like, there isn't no crutches. You either learn how to rap or you can't rap. That's how I had to start. But that SD card, when you press stop, your recording would turn to an MP3. And I was like, oh, an MP3, okay. So I would make these mixtapes, and I was selling them at school. Karaoke CDs, straight up. Selling them, stacking my money. I wouldn't spend my money on shit. Nothing. I'll just stack it. And shout out to my boy Snoop the One. His studio's called Dope Productions now, but it used to be Psychedelic Records at the time. I would stack all this karaoke money, and I would use that money to pay to go in the real studio. And that's how I started making my music. You know, literally that's why I get mad when rappers, they got all these excuses and shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. People, they talk themselves out of success every day. Y'all need to quit doing that shit. Stop saying, stop telling yourself I can't do it, and start telling yourself, how could I do it? And that was my angle. And I made my first mixtape, Still in the Struggle, pretty much off of that. I paid for half the studio time in there. Then I stacked up more of that karaoke machine money. and I found a homie, and we went half on a home studio, and we did half and half. But really, yeah, I got it off a karaoke machine. And I've been like that this whole time with music. Like, every single dollar I get off of every shirt, every CD, every button, every sticker, it goes into music videos, promotion, traveling, whatever I got to do to push the brand. And so discipline yourself. Don't tell yourself you can't. Tell yourself, how could I? And stay focused and be consistent. You know, have that tunnel vision, have that hunger. But I guess that's my story, you know what I mean? That pretty much wraps it up in a sense. And hopefully we could look back at this in a few years later, and you'll be like, this guy isn't crazy. Everything he said, it happened. You know, like, he's overseas now. He made it happen within that window. And but this is the documentation. This is the proof. So if everything happens the way it's supposed to, this is concrete evidence that manifestation is real. MC Wicks, big ups, 86 Inca. We out here. Peace and love, man.
Playing with the game. I'm fat, but I'm starving like my rib cage is showing. Flex when I step in the ring, I'm Hulk Hogan. Punch you in the forehead, I'm busting your skull open. Blood dripping like a faucet if you talk shit. Ain't no competition, slaughter the whole offense. Run the jewels and the money in your wallet. I'm a monstrous killer, ain't no way that you can stop this. Out of control, heavy bars with a deadly flow. Murder rappers and stages, that be my stepping stone. So